Do you want the real answers, or do you want flowery lies? That's really what I think separates the left and the right now. At least nominally. There is no separation between the left and the right in Congress, because they're all lying to you. Every single one of them. It's just a big old sham. It's fake. But for those of you who are being swayed in some way, shape, or form by legacy media, the poison that is the legacy media, here's no doubt the real reason that's happening. You as a human being are susceptible to suggestion because we are social creatures. Therefore, you default to people telling you the truth and not manipulating you with it. Also, since we have been so sucked into this giant lie of our modern era, we care more about the form as opposed to the function. Donald Trump is a perfect example of this. There were no new wars when he was president. And he's still president, by the way, because 2020 was a fraudulent election. It was clear. Standard deviations outside the norm. All the statistics you could look up this way to Sunday, 6 ways to Sunday, that the 2020 election was fraudulent. Nobody cared. Even Mike Pence went along with it because he is playing the game. Playing the game means you're just going to not say the quiet part out loud, and you're just going to continue going along to get along. That is exactly what was going to lead all of us off of a cliff. And it may still lead us off a cliff. Now, if you look back at the movie Avengers Endgame, try to drip feed us the truths of reality through mainstream media, Hollywood, and stuff like that before it's corrupted. The Avengers did eventually snap their fingers and bring back everybody that was killed or destroyed by Thanos. But Thanos almost came back and killed everybody even so. So you care more about the form over the function. I'll tell you right now, the form does not fucking matter. Alright? Truth is truth, no matter the mouth it comes from. Donald Trump did not get us into any new wars when he was the president. Look at what's happening in the world now. Stop focusing on mean tweets. They don't matter. You realize that the reason the quote-unquote bullies of history have been called bullies and have been the successful entrepreneurs and whatnot is because idiots only respond to force. Therefore, you need to use bullying language to get them to pay attention. It's the only thing that'll get through their thick skulls. All right? Or people that are stuck in illusions. I remember that distinctly happening even, to me when I listened to Stefan Molyneux, a philosopher that I was introduced to via YouTube in 2010. At first, I didn't really like him. But then I realized, it's because I had illusions that I needed to take down. False idols. Whether you claim that you worship something or not, you worship something. All right? Unless you are completely ineffectual in the world. Unless you are a nihilist. In which case you're not even trying to convince anybody that it doesn't matter. Probably the closest thing to a nihilist would be a Buddhist. But Buddhists are generally pretty good people. So that's the closest thing to an actual nihilist, I would say, because they just let everything slough off their shoulders. There's actually a lot of merit to that. You care more about the form over function. Do you want the truth? Or do you want a frou-frou lie? Do you care to get the real information? You know, I could be one of the people out there that has every single answer that you're looking for. But if you're willfully ignoring me, what does it matter? You're lying about everything. I don't know. Some thoughts that came through my head. One way or another, that's what Jesus meant when he came to earth and said, I come with the sword. Separate the father from the child type of thing. It would put a wedge between people and their families because there were those that were still in the brainwashing and those who still were able to be shaken out of it, shook out of it. Anyway, there you go.